Now, of course, when it comes to the question of a relationship lasting, there's discussion about whether there's a higher chance of the relationship lasting if it's the man that loves the woman more
Yes.
than if it's the woman that loves the man more.
Yes.
What do you think about that? If the man loves the woman more, does it make the relationship more likely to succeed than the other way around?
No, that's what we've been told. And for the longest time of my life, I actually believed and even told my friends, you know what? If you want a relationship to last, get a guy that loves you more. But then, as I read more and as I interact with guys more, I realize that is a recipe for disaster.
Why?
Because you're going to meet this guy and he loves you. But the thing is that for us women, if you do not love a man as much as he loves you or meet him halfway, you're going to take him for granted. He will do everything. He will lavish you with gifts and everything, money, create a life for you that you only dreamt of. But then you'll be like, after all, he loves me more. So you will not do the work.
Wait, so this is quite strange. Are you actually conceding that the more a man loves a woman, her respect and attraction to him dwindles?
Yes. Sometimes when a man loves you more, you do not think, you start thinking that you are it, that you're the best there is, and that he can never have another like you.
And I think where the difference lies is here. So let's compare it to an instance of where it is the woman that loves the man more. So if a man is met with a woman, or if he has a woman who loves him more, what does that usually mean? It might mean that she's very invested in the relationship and she wants it to last. Might it mean that he will cheat? Perhaps he could, but it's unlikely that he will leave her. It is unlikely.
It is unlike. Okay, I don't know.
He might get a slay queen here and there,
but he will stay
to scratch an itch. But he will want to still be with the girl who he believes maybe sort of has got his back. He will sort of want that girl there that's holding the fort as he goes. And I'm saying in the case of the kind of man who would want to continue to explore his options, he would still want such a woman to be there in his life.
You mean pretty much every man, because most guys want to continue
like that,
exploring their options.
But you see, but for women, it's quite different. Because usually when a woman realizes that a man is overly invested in her, it is so unfortunate, but it does lead to her losing attraction, respect, and interest in him. And then she'll find herself gravitating more towards someone whose feelings towards her are more uncertain, right?
Someone for whom she has to work, put in more effort for him to, for her to get crumbs of his love. But my chain of thought was not that she should love the man more. My chain of thought is that how about we find mutually fulfilling relationships where we meet each other halfway. You love me, I love you. So there we are mutual on those terms and we can work out something. Because also if a woman loves a guy more, like you said, she's going to feel like the relationship is inclined on one side. She's putting in more work. She's crying more. She's seeking for his attention more than he wants to give it. But if you are invested, let's say 50%, and he's invested 50%, you can work out something. Unlike when you're 70% invested and he's 30 or she's 30, it's a recipe for disaster. Someone is going to get hurt.
Although I feel like in the way the men, the different genders express love also, that's also a thing. If a man tells you he loves you, usually he shows it or tries to demonstrate it by being useful to your life, by giving you things, gifts, money, trying to improve your situation, try to make your life comfortable. Actually, he offers tangible things. The more he has love for you, the more tangible value he adds to your life.
That's very true. Men love with actions, women love with feelings.
That's the problem. So, I don't think I've ever heard a woman say to me, "I love you so much. May I please come and wash your clothes?"
What is with you and domestic chores?
"I love you so much. May I please whip you up the most amazing meal you've ever taken?" Instead, here's how it is. "I love you so much. Why don't you call me more often?" "I love you so much. Why don't you take me out more?"
See, you guys are very complicated.
You. So in other words, when a woman expresses strong love feelings, it usually equals burdens. Do you know what I mean?
But you see
she's communicating a burden of responsibility that she feels is not being met by me.
But
So if
men are complicated, Fatboy, because when she says, I love you so much, I need to spend more time with you, you feel like she's clingy. And yet she feels like, I need to be with him. I need to be in his space.
No, but you
don't
see,
like that.
You see, what does it mean to be with him? I remember there was a friend who had this very interesting girlfriend he was dating at the time. And so she'd come over. I was sharing a house with him. He was a housemate. And so his girlfriend came over, and they were chilling, okay? And I think she was, on her phone or something, and for him he was reading a book. And at some point she puts the phone down, and she's like, I'm even here, and can't you see I've even come to be with you? And he's like, yeah, I see that. Thank you very much. I'm enjoying your company. Yeah, but you're just there reading your book. So do you see how there's a trick? She was presenting the fact of her being there as an act of service for him. So and yet she was turning it around to make it seem like because she was there, now he had to serve her. So now he had to put down what he was doing and act in a way that served her interest. Give her attention.
If you came to my home to see me, to spend time with me, and I continued watching my series or reading my book or doing whatever, maybe on a phone call with a girlfriend, and I pay you no attention whatsoever, how would you feel?
No. I mean, you're there. You're lying next to each other. He's reading a book.
But you came to see me.
Do you see? Do you now see my point?
I am turning the tables. I'm like, if you left your home and came to mine to spend time with me, and I just continued with whatever you found me doing, how would that make you feel?
And that's my point. And this is why it's different. Because when men are showing women love, we are able to separate ourselves from the love we are giving you. Like, we can give you the stuff. Like, we can, for example, we can just show up at your house, drop up a bunch of groceries, and maybe leave some money and say, hey, baby, have a great weekend, bye, and off we go.
And you're saying that is how it works for every man in every relationship.
But for a girl, it's like, hey, I'm here, I have come, so but stop everything you're doing and attend to me.
No, Fatboy, I think you're being unfair, because there are guys who complain that I dropped everything. Let's say he works up country. He's like, I dropped everything. I drove kilometers to Kampala, and when I reached home, she just wanted to go out with her friends. She didn't want to spend time with me. Or she was at home, but she continued watching her movies or reading her book. I actually remember, I remember an ex who one time was like, isn't it so early in our relationship for you to be reading a book instead of spending time with me?
But you were together. You were in the same...
But he was complaining. The same way I would complain.
So what did he want?
He wanted me to put down my book and talk to him.
Yeah.
And that was a guy.
Why are you dating a woman? That's a woman.
Oh, gosh.
Unless he wanted some action.
No.
Maybe he wanted you to put the book down and get busy.
No, it wasn't about action. It wasn't about that.
Really?
It was about... let's spend time with each other, let's talk.
I'm sure you checked him. You couldn't deal with that, could you? That's a woman. That's not a man. So that's the challenge. So when a woman, and that's my point, is that when a woman loves more, it ends up just adding so much strain and stress and complicating the relationship. I feel like, and that's the point I'm trying to make.
So what would you rather have? A woman you love more, because when she loves you more, she's going to add baggage to you?
I think the ideal situation is none should love the other. They should just like and respect.
But you can't control...
like and respect the other.
You cannot control the heart. The heart wants what it wants.
Like, hasn't someone ever said I love you and they act as if they hate you?
No, it depends. Some people
they get possessive.
But you see, love is not words.
They start stalking you.
Love is not words.
Do you see?
When people say I love you, yes, you can say that because it's the easiest thing to say. Like you said, I am going to appreciate your love by the things you do for me, since I'm a woman, and that is how men love, and that's how we understand love from men. So if you say you love me and everything you do is not reflecting that, I'm not going to believe you.
No, because I can recall a time when like you can be in that phase where you're kind of, it's just early stages and you kind of like really like the person, like you have a fondness for them and they have a fondness for you. You like each other as people and you enjoy each other, and that then may lead to something more. But the problem is then when it gets to that higher level and now where you're in love, all of a sudden you're angry and bitter and insecure and upset all the time, and now you're fighting.
But do you think that is because you're in love, or because you are just naturally controlling? Like you should rest, and this is for men and women. I think either of us should rest assured that I have her. I don't have to control her. She's gonna
That's
be.
the thing.
You know how when you're a parent, they tell you at some point you have to trust that the wings for your kids work.
The
that
problem
they can
is,
fly.
this is the problem, is that when you fall in love with them, all of a sudden you're no longer sure you have her.
Why? I think that is just insecurity.
Exactly.
On either side.
And why wouldn't you feel insecure? Because if you happen to have fallen in love with one woman, it means there is something about her that is unique and exceptional, meaning she is offering you something that you can't find anywhere else. So the fear of losing that overwhelms you. And sometimes it can cause you to act quite, in a ruthless manner in order to maintain your hold on this person.
Could it be the fear of her doing probably the things you've been doing before you decided that she was the one? Because a thief doesn't want to be stolen from.
I remember one time I fell in love, and then I found myself feeling so bitter. I found myself feeling so bitter towards her exes. I could not believe that others had touched her. I felt so upset, and it just hit me just randomly, and I'm like, oh crap, I'm in love.
You remind me of The Best Man, where this guy had got this girl and she was a virgin. You remember The Best Man?
Yeah.
And then he finds out that she had given it out to his best man, and he lost it.
We men are very funny creatures. But anyway, we want to know what you think. How do you think it works out when someone is, if the man is more in love with the woman, or if the woman is more in love with the man? What do you think? Reach out to us through our Twitter or Facebook, or via telephone. Just go to the RX Radio app, find a number there, reach out to us, and let's have a conversation. Do we have a caller?
What's up, guys?
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
How you guys?
We are good. Do you believe in love?
You guys have exhausted everything. I feel you don't need that.
Really?
You're wise on your own, eh?
No, we want to hear what you think. Who are we talking to? Who's this, by the way?
This is Mariana.
Hey, Mariana.
Hi, Mariana.
How you guys?
Have you gotten a Christmas gift yet? Christmas
Oh my
plans?
God.
Have you booked a trip?
Well, when I get gifts, I'm glad. When I don't get them, it's also fine.
Well, tell your boyfriend to go to Ray's Perfumes, located at Krishna Marts there in Cementi opposite Acacia Mall. They've got the best deals on amazing perfumes.
All right.
So, tell us what you think about this. In your journey, your life journey, as you've gone about having relationships, do you tend to find that it works out better when the guy loves you more than you love him?
Yeah, actually it does. And right from our childhood, those teens start and your mothers tell you need to get a man that actually loves you. Because I think they've gone through it, they've seen the journey of having a person not love them the way they love them back. So it's for the safety of the woman and her kids, yo.
But as I was mentioning earlier, sometimes when a man falls in love, he can be very possessive. Like if he falls in love,
I think it's okay.
the man will not let you breathe.
I think it's okay.
Is it
other
okay
than not-
for someone to be
other than not-
breathing down your throat every single
other
minute?
than not being loved? Imagine being to throw yourself on the man. Like everyone around him will just know you're the one who loves the guy.
But
Do you know how many women have been killed by men who love them?
That is madness. It's not. It's not love, guys. It's madness.
So for me, I feel like if a guy has to control every single move, every single step that I take in the name of love, that he has to breathe down my throat because he loves me, then that is not love, and I don't want to be party to that.
Yeah, guys. It's not like every man who's possessive and is trying to control you is a man that actually loves you.
They keep saying, but I love you.
No. It's not true. You find a person who just wants you to see, like there are men who would want to see you around, yeah? Because for a certain reason other than love, they want to see you suffer, they want to see you suffocated, yeah?
Those are the guys, when you move on, he keeps coming back to see if you're still stupid.
A guy would want to keep you in your house, a guy would want to keep you in his house, have children with you, grow old with you, because not necessarily because they even love you, you know?
Hey,
So
and what would the reason be, if not that?
I've seen it over time. I think men cannot. Sometimes there's a wire that breaks off men's mentality.
A wire.
They usually get a short circuit somewhere, because how would you keep me around? You don't want me to go anywhere. You don't want me to. You're not accommodating me staying around, but you don't even want me to go anywhere.
Yeah, that's crazy. Those are
So
narcissists.
a man will want to keep you in the house and keep you hungry. Yeah, you want to keep you in his house when you do not have a thing, when you don't even have a cloth. You know.
I don't
So it's
understand.
like
You mean
that-
like he tries to control you while not taking on the responsibility of you or something?
Exactly. A lot of men do that. A lot of men do it.
Like they're not married to you, but they're dictating all
No,
this?
he's married to you probably.
they're married
He
to
is
you.
the father of your kids, but he's not taking care of you, but he doesn't want you to go. Like
doesn't want
you're
you to
like
go anywhere.
a piece of something he owns.
Yeah. Necessarily not because he loves you. And I think it is generally about us feeling loved, and also, like we've known over time that love is not enough. Love is never enough when it comes to
You don't eat love.
Love is not just the emotions you
It's not
feel.
enough.
Love is the
Love
food you
actually
eat.
loves
Thank you.
Love is the
man who
fuel in
actually
your
knows
car.
how to love you.
Love is your bills getting paid. But anyway, okay, so right now, are you, is there someone in your life? Are you in a relationship?
I should say yes, I should say no.
What are you saying?
Either way.
She's saying it's
either way.
2022, basically.
She can have her cake and eat it too.
No.
Bingo.
It's not that kind of emotional love, or like, where are you? What are you doing? Even if we take days minus hearing from each other, it's okay.
Oh, so you basically have an F buddy.
I don't know what that means, but it's not that one.
You're
Olive, what does
brilliant.
that mean?
I love
I can't
you.
say it on radio. But it's more like
I
a
love
friends
you.
with benefits kind of thing.
No, and it's not that. It's I love you, but I will respect you.
Yeah.
And the time when you're not moody, when you're not, men have got that time of, I don't want anything, probably because of stress of money or anything, and they don't want to hear from you as much as they love you.
Yes.
Yeah. They get that time, so you give the person that space to say, if he comes around, let him come around. If he doesn't, I'll not chase after him. I'll be fine.
That seems like the kind of love which is safe, where he is safe and you are safe, and you are rest assured knowing that.
I
he's
sure
married,
I sure he doesn't have an actual girlfriend. It sounds like you're the side chick.
I'm telling you, he would know.
But you keep saying
He
you
would
want
know
peace.
That he would know that this girl needs this and this and this. It's like, I'm stressed, but I'm gonna call you in the evening. I'm gonna find you in the evening, or I'm gonna find time for us, and that is it. It's not about literally main chick or other chicks or something. Of course, that is very possible, but I gave myself the freedom to not be stressed about someone who's actually probably doing his own things, or he's probably going on with his life, and you're stuck in there. Why aren't you calling me? Why aren't you
Finding
coming?
trouble where it isn't.
Yeah. Why aren't you? Why didn't
Fatboy,
you pick my phone?
you'd love a girl like her because you keep saying we want peace, men want peace, and this sounds like the kind of peace you're looking for.
Yeah, can I steal you from this man?
And Fatboy doesn't believe in men who don't give women money, so you'd be lucky.
Oh, really? Oh my God! I'll gift you with a shirt.
You'll do what?
I'll just gift you with a shirt, but don't expect my money.
A shirt.
Yeah.
A sati.
A shirt. You guys got tired of socks.
It's such a cheapskate.
But a shirt.
No, I don't want.
Do you know that you can buy a shirt at 350,000?
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or maybe you can buy me a perfume from Race Perfumes at Krishna Mart,
Right?
second floor.
I'll gift you that one.
But thank you. It was so awesome talking to you. You're so cool. You're such a cool person. Enjoy your holidays. Enjoy Christmas. And don't be surprised if there's an escalation of feelings between you two. It sounds like y'all just playing games. One or both of you is going to catch some heavy feelings.
We are fine. Thank you guys for this show.
All right. Take care and enjoy yourself. Bye.
Okay.
Okay, well, you're listening to the Fatboy Show, but let's keep the conversation going. You can go to our Twitter or to our Facebook and just leave your comment there, your thoughts on whether or not you think a relationship has a higher chance of success when it is the man that loves the woman more as compared to if it's the woman that loves the man more.